seconds. Here we are, bring it now, no one's here, zero watchers, oh my god, what do we do?
Live from the Raw Live production studio, it's True NFL with Frankie J and T.O. And here's your host, Frankie J.
Hey everybody, I am Frankie J, and to my right is the three-time Hall of Shamer, T.O. T.O., what a week. How's the 716 treating you?
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
After that Bills victory. It's raining here right now, though.
It's raining, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure you're getting a little snow.
Oh, in the 518, we've been getting snow after snow after snow, and I love every second of it. It's powdery beauty. It's like a snow globe where I live, and there's people out snowmobiling at 180 miles an hour, zipping around on the streets. And it's just awesome. It's an awesome area. If anybody's never, not to go off topic, but if anybody's never been in the Adirondack Mountains, definitely venture out here and take a trip and come through the tourist towns like Lake Placid, Saranac Lake, Long Lake, Tupper Lake. It's just a beautiful spot. Everywhere you look is a National Geographic picture, man. That's all I can say. But anyways, enough about where I live and the beauty and everything about it. Tio, I know you got some on these days. Why don't you go ahead and start off with on this day?
You were always known as a guy who liked the snow, that's for sure.
I love it.
1810, the first interracial bare knuckle boxing match.
Whoa.
You know how many rounds it went?
Probably 22.
33.
Holy shit.
33 of 40 rounds.
Wow.
Sick.
How?
I don't know. That's nuts.
It's crazy.
1911. I only got a couple on these days. 1911.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball bans the spitball.
I don't get it.
You know what that?
Oh, where they spit on their hand
and spit on the ball. I mean, apparently you could make the ball do crazy things.
Yeah.
And Ray Chapman was killed by a spitball pitch, and that's what led to the ban. Carl Mays was the pitcher. Yep. Craziness.
Yeah.
But there was different rules for different fools even back then, because 17 pitchers were still allowed to use this grandfathered in until they retired.
That's sort of like the hockey thing where if you didn't wear a helmet and then the helmet rule kicked in, you didn't have to wear a helmet. And right. I don't think football had too many rules. I think I'm not sure with the NFL.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to keep wearing that leather helmet when the other helmets were implied.
Yes.
I don't think. Maybe you were. Who knows? But here's the last one. Celebrating a birthday today. Guess who?
Right. Who?
Joe Burrow.
Really?
Yeah. 29.
You gave him a happy birthday gift to you, buddy. I love it.
What a great game.
Good stuff. Man, really great game. And T.O. here had the... Oh, I should have been at that game. I really should have. I had intentions on being there. I didn't make it. It's okay. I've been in that stadium enough times. I've had my memories there throughout the 90s and the Super Bowl. So I was at that stadium where 200,000 other people were there, but only 76,000 really were. I was one of the 76,000. So I had my memories there, but that would have been an awesome game to be at. Your voice is gone. You drank a whole bunch of moonshine and watched the Bills come back from a 21-point deficit in the fourth quarter to beat your boy Joe Burrow. Why don't you tell your little story?
You know what? I wanted to, because you say you went to all those games.
Yeah.
So many fans came up to us and were just from out of town and were just telling us how welcoming the Bills fans were.
Yes.
And at first I was just like, really? I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, everybody's just so nice. And was it that way in the 90s? Because I feel like it wasn't.
In the 90s, I will say this. It was the original Bills Mafia, okay? If there was opposing fans walking through the parking lot, would we harass them and would they get harassed? Yeah, of course. But no, if it was a family with kids and stuff, and they were cool and knew that they were in enemy territory, it wasn't horrible.
I don't know.
It wasn't. No, we're always welcoming, and people would come up to our fires and everything else. And it was the original Bills Mafia. Yeah,
good, because it's really good. I mean, because I'm like, why am I going to hate you just because you're wearing a different jersey?
Yeah, good.
I'm just hoping for a good game and a Bills victory, and we got both.
It was definitely a good victory. I feel the Bills showed up. I feel that they put a good game plan together. I think Josh Allen took a little bit of it on his shoulders at one point. That interception was just game changing. It took our Gen Z stats from potential of winning or losing that game and just flipped it completely. And then the back-to-back interceptions. I mean, Joe Burrow, that if he could have those back, he would take those back.
What about T. Higgins?
T. Higgins, I have an issue. I'm going to tell you about my issue with this. And it's not that because we beat him. You always want to beat a good team. When he first hit his head for the first time on the turf and they took him in the blue tent, he should have been taken into what the NFL calls their concussion protocol. But here's the problem. Back out in the field to yet hit his head once more to where he was actually putting his hands on his head like something doesn't feel right, and they kept him in the game. He scored a couple touchdowns, but that ought to be looked into. If you're looking out for player safety and your season's already over, their chances of making it are slim to none. We know that. Why did they leave him in there? That's to me, that's bothersome.
Yeah, it was. That first one was, he really hit the back of his head.
His helmet smushed a little bit, actually, because the helmets are flexible. That's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have definitely been out. He was already out last week.
Yeah, I mean, he should have definitely been out. And here's what a lot of people don't realize is that they have spotters that watch these players, and not one person noticed him holding his head and taking a second to get up, that he should have been out of the game.
There's a photo. It's usually the guys who wear the blue hats on the sidelines, I believe. There's a photo of him just holding his head with the guy in the blue hat behind him.
Yes.
Just not oblivious.
Not paying attention.
What was the over-under on touchdowns for Higgins?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the spreads and all that anymore because they don't make sense to me.
Immediately they let him back in and he scores a touchdown.
Of course. I mean, he was a hot set of hands that day for Joey. So one thing I did hear is that there was somebody, and don't quote me, I don't remember where I read and who it was about. There was a mention made that if somebody's in a game after coming back from concussions, that they should be league mandated to have to wear one of those Guardian caps. If you're coming back from a concussion, as you're easing back into playing again, you should have Guardian caps. A lot more players are wearing those now, more often if you notice, especially offensive linemen.
Let me tell you something.
They look funny as hell, but
I think it's player safety. They don't wear that Guardian after a concussion. If that best player's and I'm on defense and he's wearing that Guardian cap, I'm coming at him. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you probably know that anyways.
I don't understand.
But I'm trying to fair tackle that guy out of the game.
But but do you really think that those Guardian caps make a whole lot of difference? I seem to kind of say they do, but I also think that they just look kind of goofy. Like Rex Ryan said it best, they look stupid.
I'd like to know if there were more or less head injuries when they wore the leather caps.
Well, I think there was a lot less injuries during that time because it wasn't as physical, and it wasn't guys that...
It was more physical.
Well, no, more physical in the way that there was less padding and, less technique, if you will. But here's the thing. The game has advanced so much that these guys work out 12 months a year. Those guys back in the day with the leather helmets had full-time jobs. That football was a weekend sport. And
you're right. These guys are running like gazelles.
I mean, they're machines, and 12 months a year. That's what they do. They work out. They take PEDs. They, in the off season, do a bunch of cocaine and keep working out. And then they come to the mini camps and OTAs, and they're ready to play every day of the week.
How about Odell Beckham saying he's bankrupt and can't live off
$100 million?
What a clown.
That's not surprising, Tio, because there's actually a documentary about that. If you look, I think it might be on Netflix or Prime Video, where the percentage of pro athletes, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, is significant. Players that once were gazillionaires bankrupt. Either they bad investments or they bought everybody houses. They didn't realize the taxes were so high. Some of them thought they paid their taxes, but they really didn't. And you would be surprised. I think it's about 70% of pro athletes go bankrupt within 3 years after retiring, sometimes sooner. That's a
I've heard that. That's ridiculous.
Well,
Live within you gotta, that money's not there forever.
It's not. And your careers, on average, I was talking to Dames about this from NFL. He was on with us last week.
Poor management of money.
Very poor management, because they get a $100 million contract and they think that $100 million is great. They can go out and buy a house, buy a car, buy their mom a house, buy their friends a house, give all their friends that weren't their friends until they were pros money, and the money runs out. And the more money you make, the more you spend, the more money you make, the higher your taxes. You gotta, live, like you said, within your means. You only can live in one house at a time. You can only wear one pair of shoes at a time. Get a nice vehicle, get a nice little house, and do it smart, and then save your money. Save what's ever in the green.
Ego has a lot to do with it.
Well, yeah, swag, and they want to show off their money, and
Fake.
I get it. They're kids, man. They're kids, and that's what it is. They're kids with a bunch of money, a bunch of people around them that are putting their hands out, and they have symposiums, is what they call them, before a year for rookies. Be smart. Don't give everybody money. Take care of yourself. And they, that money, they get their checks, and there's a $30,000 check in 1 week. What are you going to do? They go out and they blow
Put it in the bank.
Yeah.
They don't call me deep pockets for nothing. Anyways,
you
Bill's going to win this week? New England coming off a bye?
New England coming off a bye. I see, you don't want my opinion on that.
I do.
Okay, well, my opinion is this. They've been red hot. They've been winning, and sometimes these late season buys can be your nemesis, because if you have that week off, that could take you out of your winning groove. So I like this game. I'm not going to enjoy watching it because my blood pressure is going to go up and down. But it's going to be a game that, I mean, obviously I picked the Bills. I'm a Bills fan. I'm going to pick the Bills. I think I don't know, man. It's just one of those games that you don't want to play in, but we got to play in it. Anybody out there watching either on the Facebooks, YouTube, X, or Instagram, definitely drop in a comment on who you think is going to win. Tom, Diana, during the old football days, the players went to training camp to get in shape. Yeah, I mean, that's not untrue. Now they're going to training camp just to show up because they're already in shape. Then they got to start running the playbook. Tommy D.
Good to hear from him. Tom, did the Colts call you at all to play quarterback this week? How you feeling about Phillip Rivers?
How's the shoulder, buddy?
Man, coming in against big Seattle defense this week. What a way to return after 5 years.
Hey, I'll tell you something. I like it, okay? I personally like it, and here's why. We talked about this a little bit on our previous show this evening on NFL. He knows the system. He's more of an ultimate plug and play than anything. And the guys, obviously, he went to work out and he did some drills, and they felt good enough to even offer him practice squad. So he's definitely not out of shape. They like to stay in shape after the game's over and still work out and throw the ball around. So, I mean, it can either go one of two ways. Completely horrible for him, or he could have another little bit of a moment of glory. And maybe, I don't know. The last time they made the playoffs, T.O., was in 2020, and Phillip Rivers was the quarterback. And has a couple guys there. Yes, we did. But I don't dislike the move. I think it was really, what else were they going to do? I mean, Danny Dimes is fragile. I told you earlier on in the season he wasn't going to make it all the way through the year. And here we are, week 14, out, done for the year. He might be done forever. He might be done forever.
He only signed quarterback's hurt. Richardson's still on IR.
Well, he's tired. Richardson's tired. He's always tired. Poor guy. He's
always
you're
hurt.
A rookie. Yeah, you're a rookie and you tell your coach.
It's unfortunate.
We're tired. It is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And it is. Here's another unfortunate thing that might be unfolding. Kyler Murray, former first-round pick, Arizona. He's thinking, because he's injured for the rest of the year, IR, he's done for the year. He's kind of contemplating going professional baseball and leaving football. There was a rumor swirling around social media that he might be looking at playing baseball.
What position do you think he plays? Shortstop.
You're so stupid, man.
He can't see over the line. I would definitely switch sports.
Yeah, he runs around a lot. He is really good at running. I could see him playing baseball. He'd probably be very good at. He played actually. He had the choice, like Pat Mahomes, either go pro baseball or football. He chose football.
Yeah, so did Macho Man.
Oh yeah, you do. Well, you do him the best.
I can't do it today.
Yeah, why not? Oh, I got lost my voice, drinking moonshine and screaming, and gosh, we got. So
it was
much,
great.
Yeah. Speaking of,
what's your favorite
game,
moonshine?
Yeah, moonshine. You love the shine all the time.
Yeah, I do.
What's the state of the Chiefs? I've been waiting all few days for this one. A lot of shit talking between you and I all season that the Chiefs are going to be the playoffs or the face of the NFL. Pat Mahomes won't lose. The referees are on their side. And there they are. They're sitting at 6-7.
Is that E next to their name yet?
It's not.
Oh,
but come on, man. Over. Listen, anybody out there listening live, wherever it may be, do you think the Chiefs are done for the year? Is their playoff hopes over? They have a 16% chance of making the playoffs. They're on the outside looking in at a wild card spot. They have to, first of all, win out all their games. Second of all, a whole bunch of teams have to lose out, or this has to. And when you got 35 different scenarios that got to happen along with you winning out, you're out.
They literally lost to every team ahead of them.
Yeah, let's put it this way. If this was the Bills in this position right now, and they had a 16% chance of making the playoffs, are they making the playoffs?
I don't know. No,
Oh.
Probably not. They don't
Okay.
have Mahomes.
I just think you should become a Chiefs fan.
Listen.
Really. No, yeah, you listen.
They're probably out.
They're definitely
more
out.
than likely.
Do you love every second of it? I do. I love it.
It's the Bills are building a new stadium.
Yeah.
If we make it, sells tickets. It's only making sense to me. So I'm just going to keep saying the Chiefs till they're out.
All right,
because it's working. Look at our easy path.
Yeah, our easy path, but you have to at some point decide. We're going into week 15 here.
I'll decide when the E's next to their name, and then I'll be loving life. And I'll be
you don't have to decide at that point. They'll be done.
I can breathe.
Yeah, no more Patty Mahomes. And I think this goes to show you, and I'm not trying to pick on our listener, but we've all had our debates about football. I haven't, the last few years, I don't think the Chiefs are as good as everybody said they were. Yeah, they made the Super Bowl, but you saw what happened. They lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. Where are the Eagles this year? They're the most boring team in the game. They're awful. Jalen Hurts is horrible. A.J. Brown's barely getting the ball, and when he does, it's great, but when he doesn't, it's bad. Barkley's not even what he was last year. It's like the team has somehow, got into the 8-4, 8-5 record, and I don't understand it. I think they're done. They might be a first round out of the playoff, eliminated. So you're looking at a team that has won Super Bowls, but the last couple of years, they've had more one-score games, referees throwing flags in their favor, and very ugly subpar play, really, if you want my honest opinion. Travis Kelce fell off like a wet tissue. What happened? He's like that dingleberry that finally fell off.
Thank you, Taylor Swift. Maybe Mahomes was like, the league was like, you know what, Swifty, she didn't want to do the Super Bowl halftime show. We're going to have to punish you. And Patrick Mahomes is like, do whatever you want, but I'm just not losing to Josh Allen in the playoffs. So then they were like, you're just not making the playoffs.
Oh, so he made a deal with the devil.
I think so. You know he doesn't want to lose to Allen. He hates it. So we'll see what the script.
Well, that is on my list of notes today. This is another rumor that's heating up. It's heating up again. Now that it's pretty inevitable that the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, the chatter is starting again. Does Pat Mahomes, and there's also talk of Andy Reid being done after this year if they don't make the playoffs. There's talk still that he could be the next New York Jets quarterback, Pat Mahomes. I don't know. How true is it? His contract's got to be up soon. He signed a 10-year contract, a little under 9 years ago? That really big, long, huge, big contract.
Not going anywhere.
I don't say never, because look at Phillip Rivers is back. He retired 5 years ago, so never say never. But you can't see a Mahomes going to New York City and trying to revive that horrible, horrible franchise. Sorry, Jets fans. I legitimately feel bad for Jets fans. I really do. I feel like the ownership is horrible. Worse that so than other teams. It's just get a grip, Woody. And even the Giants, they're just horrible organizations. They're businesses before their football teams. They're putting crappy product on the field, but when you're in New York, you'll still go to the game because, you're in New York. And it's really New Jersey. Like, they should just let those two teams drop off the planet. 32 teams to 30. Just get rid of them. Giants, Jets, gone. Phew. Or move them to St. Louis and to, another city that had good teams at one point. But, I don't know.
They're not good.
They're not. They're not that good. And
crappy stadium, crappy turf.
Who? The Jets?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Death Life Stadium.
Worst.
Yeah, and these two team stadiums bother me too. I don't like the SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams and the Chargers, and they got to rip that field up every time for each team, and it's the artificial turf, and you have an issue with artificial turf. So to me, for teams to have to share stadiums, that's kind of weird. Above and beyond that, they play in New Jersey. They're not even New York teams, and they suck. They suck. They're horrible. I mean, they're just absolutely horrible. I loved it in the beginning of the year before training camp even started. They thought the Jets were going to be something spectacular this year.
Yeah, they always do. Remember?
Yeah.
A few years ago?
Yeah. Well, they actually were pretty decent for a minute.
A second or two.
Yeah, a couple games.
It's a long
where you were
season.
Yeah, now they got Aaron Glenn in there coaching, capri pants and all, and looking like a dummy. So I just think the Jets, I feel bad for the Jets fans because they're a loyal fan base. They really are. And I used to go into Jets spaces on X where these people are diehard Jets fans, and they're just so angry, man. And it's like I feel that anger, and I would come up on the mic and say, as a Bills fan, I truly from my heart feel bad for you guys because they have put the worst product ever on the field, and they make the worst trades ever. They do the dumbest things, and they don't give you a winning product. And that was a thing for Buffalo forever until the current regime came in and rebuilt the culture. You love that word.
I used to get mad.
Yeah.
But then I watch games like the Raiders game last week, and I just know it's just not what it all seems to be.
What's your thing with the Raiders game?
What
again?
do you mean?
Well,
the line is 8.5, 8 points.
Okay,
the game is over. The game is over. You're sitting pretty. For some reason, they go down and kick a worthless field goal to cover the spread. It makes zero sense, this game. And it's in Vegas, too. It's just, it's everything football shouldn't be, in my opinion. Well, it's crazy. There was no reason for him to line up to kick a field goal. Zero reason.
No.
Zero reason for the ref to throw a delay of game flag to stop the clock when they had no timeouts to stop the clock.
Yeah.
No reason.
I can't disagree
it's
with you.
It's fake.
It's all right.
Fake.
Fake, scripted.
Helped along. Is that a better word? Helped along?
Those are words.
Helped along? Yeah. It's helped along. The game is helped along by live bets. Can this be true?
The game is
what the hell was that? Somebody who doesn't believe anything I ever say about fake football, tell me what the hell was that? Practice?
It was definitely weird. I will say that. It was definitely weird. I don't understand half the things that I see sometimes, even from the Bills' victory. I didn't understand some of the play calling, but we won the game, and I've already moved on, and I'm going to sit around.
That's why I don't get
weekend.
Mad anymore.
When they start to lose and they're down by 2 scores, I'll usually turn it off for I don't know.
Did Washington suck for a long time? Does Washington suck now?
They're middle.
Do you know the 1 year Washington didn't suck?
When they won the Super Bowl.
This past year when they went to the championship game because they built a new stadium and they had a new owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bills don't need a new owner.
No, but we're getting a new stadium.
We are.
What does a good team do?
They
Sells
win.
tickets, and they win.
Well, so you're thinking, all right, so we're taking the long way to the Super Bowl. We've discussed this before on previous
shows. That's your favorite
shows.
song? Take the long way home.
Take the long way home.
Yeah, I do. I think it's going to end here in Buffalo somehow, some way.
It's going to be. Did you
Maybe
see
it
that
doesn't
Hallmark
though. Because it depends who finishes 7, right? So we'll probably finish 6th.
We're pretty much in a playoff spot right now.
We don't know yet. There's still a lot of games.
There's still a lot of football to play. I mean, last year this time the Bills had already clinched the AFC East. They clinched it almost by week 5 or something like that, something silly. And it's not like that this year. It's been a little bit of a tougher season for us, obviously. But they seem to kind of rally around this time of the year. They put out a snow game, great atmosphere. You were there. They balled out. They played. Josh Allen played. He got 43 or 45 fantasy points, which is just nuts for a quarterback. And I'm going to brag about it. And whoever I beat, sorry, one of the better teams in the league, and I've been eliminated for 2 weeks now. All right, you're eliminated finally. Yeah, I beat a really good team, and I didn't even have a running back. I had Alvin Kamara. He got 0 points.
You know who got my quarterback that I love was the number 2 fantasy quarterback.
Stop
your thong-wearing Shadur Sanders.
Okay, everybody. To the 9 people listening live over on
should have been the number 1 pick.
I wish I had the picture of that. I wish I could find his picture of that. Was Shadur Sanders wearing thong underwear?
Who cares?
I'm just asking for a friend.
Like who would care? I've seen this all over the thing. Like who cares? I got a TO tip. When you go to the football game, don't sit on that wet bench. Once you get a wet ass, you're shot. You're shot. So maybe the guy just doesn't want to wear them. It was snowing.
He didn't want to wear what?
I don't know what he's doing. He just wants a piece of dental floss so he doesn't get wet. Once that second layer's wet, you're not getting dry. Maybe he was thonging it up.
He was thonging it up. I put up a real check. Go to our YouTube
400
channel.
yards. He can wear whatever he wants.
I mean, if you want to check out the little video I put up or whatever, go to at Raw Live.
Why
on
is
YouTube.
that such
check
a
it
big
out.
deal? Why is that such a
I
big
just
deal?
think it's weird. It's something to talk about. I didn't bring it up, first of all, okay?
No, I know. I'm just saying.
It's something I saw, and I think it's a little weird. It's just a little different. I don't know what to say about it except it's a little weird.
Wear whatever you want.
Fine. If he wants to have dental floss up his ass, then so be it. Good for him. Good for you, Shador.
Trying to get that edge.
I mean, what's going to happen next year? The Browns are going to all of a sudden be great. Shador is going to start off crushing it. Are the fans going to start wearing thongs over their pants or thong hats? I mean, what's going to happen? Is that going to be that's a marketing genius, right?
There's probably going to be a few panties on the field this week.
Some brown thongs.
I mean, that. You know what? I mean, you've seen what we've thrown on the field here in Buffalo. I can definitely see that being done in Cleveland.
The ice balls.
I'll tell you that.
The ice balls.
Especially if the guy keeps gaining 400 yards, they'll start throwing their firstborn on the field.
Well, they're going to be throwing thongs out there, and maybe he
guy's good.
Maybe he builds a culture of thong-wearing fans. I mean, good for him.
Just shows you how
be embraced by Nike thongs by Shador Sanders.
How shitty the NFL is. Because this guy should have been the number 1 pick, and when was he picked? Round 29? The hell is going on?
Blame that on his father.
Fuck that.
Sorry, but blame that on his father and partially
for what?
On
being
him.
A superstar?
Hey, listen. You're in the NFL draft, okay, and you want to be drafted in the okay. I'm not going to debate that he should.
Go
have
ahead,
been
debate
number
it
1
because I'll bring up who didn't want to play for what team and got changed. What's the difference?
It's not that,
Mr. Manning. My dad doesn't want me to play there either. What's the difference?
Okay,
he didn't get blackballed.
He didn't get blackballed, but because he wasn't out being. You're talking 2 different eras, first of all, and you're talking about 2 different characters, 2 different personalities. Eli's a very reserved hillbilly. Shador's flashing around like he's prime time already, and there's a difference, and it rubs people the wrong way sometimes.
I see the difference.
Okay, I mean, he could be the best thing that's happened to Cleveland in the last 50 years. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it pans out. He's got 4 games left. He's playing. Then Deshaun Watson's back on the roster next year, and they're going to have a QB controversy, and the thong is going to probably win out. Who knows? We'll have to keep our hand on the pulse with that one and see what happens. But I just thought it was a little weird, and I'm just going with what's trending in the news right now, just like the state of the Chiefs. The kingdom has come crashing down.
I always liked him. I like arrogance.
Well, I mean, you like what you are, and that's kind of okay. You're an arrogant son of a gun, so it makes sense. Speaking of, where was I going? Oh, Colts. What happened to the Colts? Danny Dimes down, out. Phillip Rivers coming in. I like it. I'm happy for that. Mike Tomlin talk has been heating up about where he's going to end up. Penn State's not going to be where he ends up because they just re-signed their coach. There's talk of him going down to Miami and and taking the spot of McGenius.
I could see him there.
I mean, at his point, 19 years in the league, 19 years in Pittsburgh, it could be a good spot for him to get out of the cold and go down and maybe, jam it out with Miami, who has a roster. They have a good team. They have a good running game. Tua, he's not going to be the future there. They could draft a quarterback. Who knows?
What if we go
where?
To the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Are you still talking about firing your offensive coordinator?
I still don't like our offensive coordinator. I don't like anything he does. Yeah, he's won some games, and yeah, he's called some good plays, but I just think that these games where Josh has gone off, the game where he scored 6 touchdowns, I think a lot of that was him ignoring the headset, to be honest with you. I just don't think Joe Brady's that good. He's very generic, and from what other people say, very predictable. He doesn't mix it up enough. He doesn't use the weapons that he barely has. James Cook, when he's cooking, let him cook. I mean, let him run. If the run game's working, run.
Run him up the middle. Run him up. That's all they do.
Well, that's all he does. Yeah, you got to get him on the edge and let him get the yards after the screens are great for James Cook, man. And they don't use him properly. And then on some third downs, they pull him out and put Ray in. Okay, Ray Davis is going to play. He's going to get you yards.
So but even go into the Super Bowl, you're getting rid of him.
I don't see it. If we go to the Super Bowl and we win it, and our offense looks good and looks like
you ignore 15 weeks of the season.
No,
right? Well, right.
I do an evaluation. I would have to sit down with him and ask him. I'd have to do a postseason interview.
You'd ask him what the hell happened, and then you look at the stats, and you'd see Josh Allen ran the ball for 1,000 yards in the last 6 games.
What happened? Why did Josh have to do this all on his own? Why do we even have you? So am I a Joe Brady fan? No. And I said this before the year too. Keon Coleman. I knew he was going to be a bust when he was drafted last year. I knew he was going to suck. Here we are, almost 2 years later, barely making it. No one's going to want him. He's not even good trade bait. He sucks. The cookies have lost their chocolate chips. The Macy's coats have been cleared off the shelves and given to the Salvation Army. Done.
Yeah.
So the Bills, I'm just proud that I've made some bold predictions, and I don't know. I like to celebrate sometimes. My bad. But the important thing is that
the path is looking clearer.
This house is
Who scares you right now, Houston?
Their defense is nasty, dude.
New England? Listen, New England, I think we beat this game. You know why? Diggs is like 17 kids on the way. The Buffalo game was like, that was his revenge game. I think this one he calms down a little bit. He hasn't done squat.
No,
he's only had like 2 good games, ours and some other game.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's got a lot of other things on his mind.
Yeah, he's nervous.
Yeah. So we'll see. I want to see Drake May.
I think what we're gonna see this weekend, and Joey Bosa's been cleared to come back too. I think he might. We might be able to make him uncomfortable enough to where he makes some bad decisions, perhaps. You got Bishop in the secondary, who's been just a monster for us, and our defense hasn't been horrific in the way of secondary. We keep the ball in front of us for the most part. We haven't let up. I think this is going to be a really big game for both teams. If Buffalo can win that game on the road in Foxborough, I think that's going to say a lot about what the playoffs are going to look like. And maybe Drake May, he had a great season, great first year. Mike Vrabel, new coach, everything's been great. But are they ready to win the Super Bowl yet? I don't know. Drake May's never been in a playoff game, has he?
No, they went from worst to first. Who's
your playoff games
Allen's
are a different
MVP?
Story.
Allen's your MVP?
Listen, I still think Allen is MVP. I think he's been Yeah, he had a few bad games this year, of course. But so has Pat Mahomes, your boy. So has some of these other top elite quarterbacks of the league. I still think he's MVP material. If he takes us to the Super Bowl, he's definitely league MVP. Lamar Jackson, let's admit it, he's out of the talk. He's been out of the talk. I mean, he fell off the talk. Who else is? Who else is?
It's Matty Stafford, dude.
Matt Stafford. He's had a great year, but is it truly MVP?
It's truly pretty MVP. Listen to this.
Okay.
3,554 yards so far.
Okay.
35 touchdowns.
Okay.
How many interceptions?
Probably
4.
like 5.
4.
Yeah, I was going to say 5. Okay. How many? Now let's compare that to a Josh Allen. How many running touchdowns does he have? And how many
300.
running touchdowns does Okay, how many does Matt Stafford have?
None.
Okay. Who's your MVP?
Stafford.
You're
Better record.
Better record. Schmeckard. I just think that Josh Allen's playing MVP. I mean, this past week he played MVP football. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
he busts out a 46-yard run.
It's great against the worst defense. Let's see what you do next week, bro. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I hope he does good.
Let's take a quick second to thank everybody that's been subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's growing. And everybody has been supporting us and watching us. Paulina over on Instagram, thanks for being here with us today. And everybody else that's listening, thanks for being here. Anyways, go ahead, Tio, take over. It was probably nothing important.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this one because they're coming off a bye. They have all the reason to beat us.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can go in there and get the job done.
I mean, hopefully we could go in there and get the job done because right now, if the playoffs were to start today, Buffalo would be playing New England.
Yeah.
Wild card, because Denver holds that first seed. So we kind of want either, even if they beat us, that knocks us down, and then we wouldn't have to play them in the first round of the playoffs, and they could get eliminated by somebody else. So there's like a strategy to this too. Do we maybe want them to win this game? Because we're pretty much a lock for a playoff spot at this point.
Yeah, we have one of the highest percentages.
So, I mean, at this point, what do you really want more? Do you want to go in and crush the hell out of them? If you have the opportunity to, yeah, obviously crush them.
Win.
I want to win too all the time.
I
Who doesn't want to
win?
win? I want to win. That's what he says. I want to win.
Pretty much. I want to win.
What's his postseason interview?
What did we say before the season? Easy schedule. What was the record going to be?
I actually said they'd be 13-4.
All right. A lot of people had them at 14 wins.
And right now they're at 4 losses. We're at 8-4 or 9-4.
Yep.
So if we went out, then I was pretty damn good with my prediction of being a 13-4.
I just brought up that coordinator talk because I just thought it was funny. Like, we hear all these weeks of, he sucks, he sucks. But if we go and win the Super Bowl,
he does suck.
Do they still? Is everyone still crying we suck? Like,
I don't say we suck. I say the offensive coordinator sucks.
I understand that.
If we win the Super Bowl, then obviously we didn't suck, and he figured it out. And it only took him 15 weeks.
We'll just go. There's
a Hallmark movie about us.
Yeah, we'll just
Holiday Touchdown.
We could just
Bill's Love
represent.
Story. By the way, don't watch that movie. No. It's so Lifetime and boring.
Yeah.
The Holiday Touchdown, A Bill's Love Story. I watched it. I fell asleep halfway through because I don't know, it's just but then I finished watching it and I'm like, man, I should have just stayed asleep. Really bad.
Yeah, it's a couple movie probably. You shouldn't watch it alone. You probably start feeling sorrow, sadness, and then you go to sleep.
No. It wasn't anything about that.
It's a Hallmark movie.
Hallmark movies aren't too bad. This one was really bad. They did one with the Chiefs last year. Holiday Touchdown, the Chiefs' love story.
No, that's sad this year if they miss.
It's worse than the Madden jinx, man.
I don't want to say they're out because I've been saying this whole time. I hope they're not, and then it's been working out. So reverse psychology.
Yes.
Thank you, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift has definitely disappeared from the scene.
Oh, she's taken the mojo right out of Kels.
Oh, she sucked the life out of that guy already.
She did. Took his soul.
Oh, just wait till her next big hit song comes out. It's going to be about how she screwed Travis Kelce over. It's going to be great. And we'll be talking about that on the New Heights podcast.
You like her music, though?
I don't really know.
What about, in our area?
Oh.
In our hometown.
In our hometown, Amherst, New York, everybody. The man who shot the Jets secondary player, I don't even know his name, was just found and arrested in the town of Amherst, New York, probably about 5 minutes from where you and I live, or where I lived.
Was he at the local chicken wing joint?
I don't know. I don't know why he thought coming to Buffalo would be a good idea. The only thing I think of is that there's more people he could hide, and maybe he had some friends or connections here. I don't know.
He changed his whole appearance.
He did. Well, he was on the run, dude. He shot somebody.
Well, yeah. Well, why?
I don't know. I don't know why he even shot
If
him.
it
Why
was
did he
some
shoot
kind
him?
of, who knows?
You
Mental
almost wonder-
illness.
mental illness, or it could have been some sort of beef outside of the game, because a lot of these guys
Gambling
go out
debts.
and party, and yeah, I mean, it could have been anything. It's going to be brought to court, and we'll find out exactly what happened. But it's just funny that he was found in our hometown, Amherst, New York.
Stupid.
Good job to the police. They were probably there in 30 seconds. They're very good at responding.
Yeah, we do have a good police department here.
Definitely do. I mean, I always felt like they were outside my house.
Respectable too,
Yeah, I like them.
for the most part, I would say.
They're good police department.
Stand-up guys,
Yeah, safest town in the
just like the fire department. All the volunteer fire departments. Shout out to the volunteer fire departments.
Shout out to the
For real.
volunteer.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
You were a
You're-
volunteer fireman.
I was for a few minutes. Yes,
That's good.
got some good training. Yeah, it was a lot of. It was actually a lot of hard work. So
Hey.
okay, we have some old friends over here on Instagram, the Married Couple Podcast, asking who takes the AFC South in your opinions. As a Jaguars fan, well, okay, I'm biased, but I still think we have the easiest remaining schedule. That's no doubt. You definitely do have the best remaining or easiest remaining schedule. T.O., you go first with that question. AFC South. I mean,
You got the Texans in there,
they're nasty right now. If I'm a
and the
Jacksonville
Jags are just
fan.
surprising. They're
yeah,
just like, wow. You're like, wow. Not really? They rattled off 9 wins.
yeah, they've been playing
ETN with his
quietly.
big head bobbling around has just rattled off 9 wins. Trevor Lawrence with his flowing locks of love, just throwing picks usually.
Yeah,
Somehow mustered 9 wins. And you got Houston just standing there with no quarterback, but the defense is just like, bleh.
well, the defense keeps them in the games. The defense is.
Who's
just
Houston got to
nasty.
play?
Houston finishes out.
The Jags have 328 points for, and Houston Texans have 283.
Well, who does Jacksonville play this week? Jacksonville plays the Jets, so they should win that one. If you guys don't beat the Jets, then I don't know how you look in the
Then
South.
they play the Broncos,
That's going to be a
Colts.
tough game.
Colts, Titans.
Titans, you should win that game, but that could be a trap game, a spoiler game. But, I mean, it all points to the Jaguars taking the AFC South right now, if you want to get technical. The Colts, I mean, obviously losing Danny Dimes, bringing in Phillip Rivers, who knows how that goes. It's a really good question.
I think the Texans have the easiest schedule.
They might.
They play the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Colts. We can't look at the Colts for real anymore, can we?
I don't know. I have to see what happens.
I take
this
Houston.
Sunday.
I think Houston's going to win.
You think they'll take the AFC
I
South?
do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Married Couple Podcast. T.O. thinks that Houston's going to take it. I still think you guys have a good chance of taking it. I mean, let's look at the standings here. I mean, you got Jacksonville with 9 wins, Houston with 8. So if Jacksonville wins this week, which they should, and let's say Houston by chance loses, then yeah, you got the South. But I'm just looking at who the hell.
It's going to be close. I think Houston takes it. I got more
Yeah.
faith in, I don't know.
It's a good time to be a
They
Jacksonville
both
fan,
make
though.
the playoffs, though.
Their owner has a crazy mustache, though. Shaka Khan or whatever his name is.
Yeah, can you feel me? Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Khan. Guy looks like a genie in a bottle, man. He's got the handlebar mustache and everything. I don't know. I'd be afraid to play for him.
They fined Cam Hayward $11,500.
They did. They did because he taunted Josh Allen, and obviously Josh Allen wasn't fined, and here's why. He didn't do anything wrong. Cam Hayward's fat ass wouldn't get off him, and Josh Allen wanted to get up, and he had to get up, and he's got long legs, and he had probably accidentally kneed him in the, and Cam Hayward was just being a bitch. Wham, 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 we're getting beat, and he took a knee to him. Be a man, all right? Don't say you've never grabbed a, done anything stupid on underneath a pile when going for a fumble, Cam Hayward. You're not Mr. Innocent. You're classy, but come on. They all do shit like that.
Oh, and
It's part
I
of the
did it.
game.
I did have a chance to watch the Rodney Harrison thing, and he definitely.
Oh,
something.
So what's your take on that? And I'd love to ask everybody out here watching.
I don't think it was. I think something happened there.
Okay, Rodney Harrison. This is going back to last Sunday night.
Yeah,
he was
did
doing
get a
the
chance to see
pregame
it.
with Jack Collinsworth, Tony Dungy, and then himself. And out of nowhere, he kind of like flaked out for a second.
Yeah.
A lot of people immediately said, well, of course, your medical professionals came in and commented, oh, yeah, I had a micro stroke. I didn't even know a micro stroke was a thing. I heard of mini strokes. Same word, just never heard it in the micro. I didn't think it was a stroke. I think he has an earpiece in. Somebody was babbling in his ear about something. The noise was a little loud, and he was bundled up and probably just kind of got confused for a second like you do most times when we do these shows.
It does happen here a lot here. I mean,
you have Asperger moments, so, he
Sure.
might have had an Asperger moment. And he was a hard hitter. You might have CTE, for sure. He's definitely got some gelatinous brain tissue going on up there.
Yeah, he was a hitter, that's for sure.
We're already out of time. Did you even see
Not
that?
true. No.
Yeah, it is.
Time flies when you're having fun.
We love this show. We had a whole bunch more to talk about, but I just want to take a second to feed the ducks. And
No, we don't.
No feeding the ducks. If anybody is interested in being on the show, definitely send us an email over at info@rawlive.com and tell us why you want to be on the show and why we should bring you on this show. But we do appreciate you all being here. We'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good luck to all your teams. Thanks again for everybody for being here.
True NFL is brought to you by Raw Live Productions. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at info@rawlive.com.